Look, this isn't fun. It's repetitive, it's boring, but it's the exact process that makes me $7,500 a day while only working 4 hours a day. So let's get into it. Again, this isn't fun, but it's the exact process that makes me $7,500 per day. Okay. It is unsexy work. It's, in a nutshell, running ads, generating leads, appointment setting, and closing deals. I know that might sound like a lot, but it's super boring, but it's super simple. Okay. With leads, we're running ads on Facebook and Instagram, and we're running them to a basic lead form, collecting their opt-in information. That's their first name, email, and phone number. That's all we need. People have fancy landing pages, all that kind of fun stuff. You don't need that to scale. You really don't. Basic lead form is exactly what we need. The moment we get that information, we are then calling every single person who opts in within 5 minutes. So 5 minute window. It's super important that you're calling within 5 minutes, because if you're not, then the chances of them picking up the call drop by like 80%. Okay. So speed to lead is key with this. Okay. Rather you have an appointment setter, you have an AI chatbot within your Go High level that responds to leads, or if you can call them yourself or have someone else, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Okay. So just make sure that you're calling leads speed to lead. And even when people don't respond to messages or answer your phone call, if it's just text messages and maybe they are responding to for your text, when they text you, call them right away. I don't entertain, especially working, like my niche right here is HVAC. I work with HVAC contractors. So especially if you're working with any sort of home service industry, we don't text them. Like we text them, but we're not having a conversation back and forth. Whenever they text me back, I'm calling them right away. Like I don't even give them a second. When they're texting us, I know they're on their phone. So we're texting them right away to get that conversation. I hear a lot of people say that they're booking calls over text, and then they're wondering why no one's showing up to their sales call. And it's because you can't just text a guy, hey, meet me tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and expect the contractor for even like contractor to show up. Maybe in other niches, more sophisticated, maybe, but most of the time, I'm never gonna show up to a sales call just on text. If I got to speak to the person on the phone, got to kind of know who they are, that kind of thing, I'm way more likely to actually show up. Okay. So you're calling within 5 minutes. And then also, I don't care how old the lead is. You paid for the lead because we're running ads. Every lead you pay for is a good lead. Just because they didn't pick up the phone once or they didn't pick up after 3 days, a week, does not mean they are garbage leads. Okay. I can't tell you how many times I had, like literally this year, I had a lead in February, opt in, texted him every single day, just would not respond. I ended up signing him in August. You see how far of a span that is? But it's because the money is in the follow up. So with appointment setting is also follow up. Okay. It's super, super important. Just because leads have been in your CRM for a month, 2 months, 3 months doesn't mean you stop working them. Call them. I can literally show you right here. I have leads in here. I've got 400 leads in leads archive whom we call every single day. I can scroll and scroll and scroll. All these HVAC contractors that we call every single day. Okay. Leads are trash leads. These are leads that have been in the CRM for 6 months plus, but we still call them. They're not just in here not to call. Literally, out of all these leads, I have 9 leads in the do not call section. Okay. We're calling everybody. People who were not ready at the moment when they hopped on sales calls, people who no showed. That's the lowest hanging fruit. You want to call the people who no showed you. Everything, every single thing. Unqualified, we call the unqualified guys from time to time because we have additional low tickets that they're able to actually afford from us rather than just paying for our high ticket services, right? And even the guys who were triaged, so who we spoke to on the phone that were not interested, every once in a while we'll send out an email blast, a text message blast to them because we know the money is in the follow-up. Again, that stuff is not fun. Calling 300 people in a sitting right here, it's not fun, but I'm telling you, it's what makes money. It's a lot more fun than sending cold DMs and cold SMS and cold text messages and cold calling for that matter, because this isn't cold calling. They've opted in. With that being said, after you set the appointments, it's then the sales calls. More importantly, even is making sure they show up to the sales call. So this is having multiple touch points. Now let me kind of clear the board here. Sales calls. You need at minimum 4 touch points after someone books a call. I don't care if they self-book in your funnel. I don't care if you call them and set the appointment yourself. After you set the appointment, before the appointment time, even if it's same day appointment, you need at least 4 touch points. This is via text, this is calling, this is another text, and another call. Okay, reason why I'm not putting email in here is because, again, even for my niche, but I know most niches, right? Especially if you're in home service, they don't check their emails all that much. Or the way you're gonna get a quick response from someone is to call them or text them. That's all we do. If I book the appointment, if it's 9 a.m. and we book the appointment for, maybe like 4 p.m., like that's a huge gap. It's a huge gap. These are business owners. They have so much to deal with. They have so many other things going on, people they have to manage, crews they have to manage. They're not gonna remember that you said over the phone, hey, we got a call for 4 o'clock today, show up. We're sending them a text reminder, hey, can you please respond with the word yes, so we make sure that your appointment is confirmed. Perfect. They send yes, but they said yes, let's say at 11 a.m. There's so much time between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. So we need an additional contact point. And how we do that is then maybe let's just say 1 p.m. we're giving them a call. So we're calling them at 1, reminding them, hey, just let you know, we got an appointment at 4 o'clock, just making sure you're still good for that. Yeah, you are? Okay, no problem, John. I'm probably going to call you maybe one other time, like 5 or 10 minutes beforehand, just to remind you, and I'll shoot you a text too, okay? Awesome, bye. Perfect. Now I've also prompted the lead that to expect our call, to expect me contacting him again. That way you're not worried, oh, isn't this lead going to be mad at me that I'm calling them so many times? No, because we're letting them know. They understand I run a business and I want to make sure that they show up to the call. Or if they don't show up, I'll just book the call with someone else. That's another one. And then if it's at 4 o'clock, then at 3, we're calling them again, sending them an additional text, making sure they show up. Guys, I'm telling you, if you run a home service based marketing agency, I guarantee you a show rate of 50% would probably look pretty good to you right now, okay? Because home service is notorious for having extremely low show rates like this, okay? 20% down. I understand. I know how it works. I've been able to achieve a show rate of 75% consistent throughout an entire year, 12 months. And it's because I did what I just explained to you. I know it might seem like a lot and all that kind of stuff, but hey, if you want a 70% show rate, like right now, if your show rate is 50% or less and you raise it to a 60, 65, 70, you're automatically more than doubling the amount of money you bring in every single month just by increasing show rates, just by sending the additional 4 points of contact. Do that, I promise you your show rates will increase. Again, like in the title of this video, it's not sexy, but this shit works. Then we're gonna move on to sales. Sales, the way we do sales is a few things, okay? You don't need to be an insane sales expert in order to sign SMMA clients daily, weekly, monthly. What you need first in sales, and I'm sure this will be the first time you've heard this, is marketing. You need marketing because without marketing, it requires you to be way better at sales. If this is the graph for how good your marketing is, and this is how good your sales is, you'll probably close a lot of clients because the thing is your marketing does the sales for you. Then by the time they actually hop onto your sales call, they're already pre-sold. And that's exactly what I do. I'm a pretty good sales rep. I understand sales. I know how to close a guy. I've done it before, closed tens of thousands. But the thing is, you need good marketing because if it's reversed the other way around, if this is your marketing, then your sales skills are required to be through the charts just to get closes. And I'm telling you, you'll get much better clients and much better prospects coming in through your funnel when your marketing is on point. Just to give you an example of what I mean by marketing in the smallest form is your website. This is my website, hooksquare.com. Google me, okay? My website makes me look legit, okay? I look like an authority in my space. I look like I know what I'm doing when helping HVAC contracts. So they're way more likely to go through my website, look at my results, look at the people that we've spoken to, go through my contact page and opt in. Every single time I now get a organic opt-in, not through ads, they're business owners doing $150K a month plus. I can show you literally right over here. If I go to sites, quickly go forms, submissions, we'll just go over this year, sure. These are the last guys that have all gone through my form. So right here, you can literally see 150K plus, 150K plus, 150K plus, 150K plus. And then this one guy that was making a little bit under. That's exactly what I mean. And it's because my website looks fire. We look badass. We look like we know what the hell we're doing. And it's because we do. Okay. You have to have your marketing on point. You have to look like a legitimate business. That's how you can get guys on sales calls and close without objections. Close, because I'm sure right now you're hearing, hey, can I get a testimonial? Like, do you have testimonials I can speak to? Do you have clients I can speak to? Can I see some results? Can you show me an ad account? And if right now you're starting and you have no results, or even if you do have results, I'm telling you, if someone's asking you for testimonials on a sales call, it's because they lack this. They don't trust you. If they have seen all your marketing before, they booked a call with you, you educated them with a pre-call video, okay? They jumped on your sales call. You told them everything they want to hear, which is what you do, okay? And how good your product or service is. If at the end of it, or I'll tell you this, when they've seen all that, they won't ask you, can I see other clients? Can you show me a case study? Anything like that? Because the marketing has done the selling for you. You look prominent. You look like you are the authority in the niche. But here's the thing. When your website doesn't look too good, when your ads don't look too professional, when you kind of look and sound like everybody else, when on the sales call, you don't sound super trustworthy, it sounds like you don't know their niche too much. It just like, you kind of just sound basic. Of course, they're going to hit you with, can I see more clients? Or, can I speak to them? Can I see some more testimonials? Can I see an ad account? And it's because they don't trust you. They lack trust. Marketing gains trust, and it lets you get on with prospects who already trust you. When I close $7,500 per client, they close without me even showing my screen. I do have a video on me closing a $7,500 client paid in full. Didn't show him my screen, didn't show him any case studies, any clients, literally showed him nothing, just my words, because he came to the website, he saw everything we did, closed him 35 minutes, okay? I might post that on YouTube. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to post that. But regardless, that's what you need. Then in sales, we sell them on a ROI, logical based sales. We don't do emotional sales here. It's all ROI logic based sales. If you can logically show them how they're going to get the ROI in your service, in the investment that they're making with you, they will close, okay? Especially especially home service business owners, because a lot of them, their business mind may not be there, but if you can logically show them that this is going to make you money, worst case scenario, and you look and sound the part, it becomes an absolute no-brainer, okay? Like, that's exactly what you want to do. Now, I'll move over to fulfillment. Fulfillment, it's exactly the same. This is your fulfillment. You run ads for your clients, you generate them leads, and you call each and every one of their leads, and you book appointments for your client to then close. You're not just going to stop at leads. You're going to also book their appointments for them, because this is the one thing that will separate you from a 99% of marketing agencies. Every time I hop on a sales call with an HVAC owner, every single time I tell them that we book appointments for you, their eyes light up. Even if guys say, oh yeah, I currently have a marketing agency, or I had one. I say, oh, did they book your estimates for you? No, they just gave us leads. Oh, wow. And you paid them how much? Oh, damn. I mean, all right. So just let you know, we're not even that expensive. And like, our job isn't just to throw you a list of leads onto your lap and have you have to call them, or have, waste your sales team's time and just calling all these leads that aren't picking up. We actually call each and every one of the leads we generate for you and book them straight onto your estimates calendar. Does that make sense? Yeah. And dude, they love it, guys, because you will become one of the only agencies who book their appointments. I know a few other people do it, but I'm telling you, most agencies don't. That's what you want to do for fulfillment. It's super easy. But again, what I'll say every single time, this part no one likes. Everyone loves this part. Everyone might love fulfillment. What I'm telling you is running ads, generating leads, and calling every one of those leads every single day. That is what's going to make you a ton of money. I'm telling you guys. You want to leave your 9 to 5, you want to scale from 10, 20K a month to 30, 40, 50K a month. You just have to do more of this. The 4-hour framework, like in the title of this video, working 4 hours a day. I'm going to tell you right now that is completely bullshit, okay? I clickbaited you guys with this, okay? If you were expecting to only work 4 hours a day and make this kind of money per client per day, SMMA is not for you. Like, you'll get to that eventually when you're doing past 100K a month. But when you're making less than 100K a month, you're grinding, you're putting in the work to get there, okay? Because there's no such thing as working for 1 hour for lead gen, 1 hour on sales calls, 1 hour on fulfillment. Like, eventually you start to delegate things 100%. But before that, to actually get to making $7,500 in a single day, you need to grind. You need to put in the work. When I first started, I worked from 8 to 5, and by the time I got home, it was 6. I worked from 6 to when I couldn't anymore. And it literally only took me 3 months before I was comfortably able to leave my job. Call that working in hell. It wasn't even hell because I enjoyed working in my business. I enjoyed building an agency. But that's the thing. If you clicked on the video because you saw 4 hours to make that kind of money, sorry I wasted your time. But anyone with the right mind understands that active income is the best income to make. Yes, there is passive income, great, all that kind of stuff. But running a business, a true business, you got to put in the work. So now that I showed you the exact steps, the lead generation, the calling, the sales, and how marketing is so important to sales and fulfillment. If you want my exact process, literally the exact process to the T on how we make the ads, on how we call the leads, how we organize everything in the Go High Level CRM, how we're doing the sales and the marketing, building the websites, and my entire fulfillment system. With that, I'm probably working maybe an hour a day on that one, but everything else, no. If you want everything, click the link below, DM me on Instagram with the word PBE, and I'll give you the exact process on what I do. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next one.